Nathan Jacob, Customer Success Engineer at Rescale, and today I'm going to give a tutorial on how to create and use templates on Rescale. So to start off, log into your Rescale account and navigate to the Jobs menu within the top ribbon. Once you're within the Jobs menu, the first thing you'll probably notice is that the Create New Job button is now within the Jobs menu and not on the navigation ribbon itself. To create a template from scratch, I'm going to click the Create New Job button here. So we'll follow exactly the same steps that we are accustomed to, creating a new job to create this template as well. So give the template a name first off. So I'm going to use this tutorial to create a template for Star CCM workflow. However, the approach is exactly the same regardless of the tool you're using on Rescale. So let me just name it as Star CCM plus template. For the input sections, I'm going to actually leave it as is because I'm just creating a template. There aren't any input files for this template, so I will skip that section, go on to software. Here I'm going to search for Star CCM and select the version you want configured for this template. So I'm going to leave it at the latest version, but choose whichever version you're accustomed to using. For the command, you have a couple of options. You can just leave it as is here and edit it anytime you're using this template to submit a job. However, if your workflow only involves a single input file, for example, with Star CCM, you always upload a .sim file, then you can reference that input file using the extension as well. So here I'm just going to have star.sim. Now, anytime I use this template to create a job, I don't even need to go back here and edit my command. The script is directly going to search for the input file with the .sim extension and use that as the input file for the Star CCM simulation. So that's one quick trick you can use to update your command and not having to change it any further once you create this template. Moving on from command, choose the license options that you always specify when you submit a job. So for this example, I'm just going to use save value here to specify the license settings. Now we can move on to the hardware settings. Here I want to choose a hardware that I typically use with Star CCM workflows. So I'll choose Carbon, I'll choose the on-demand version. I want to configure it for 44 cores, so I will leave it as is. And for wall time, I want this to have 48 hours of wall time, this template. So now we have configured the software, the license settings, the version, the commands, and the hardware. Now we are ready to save this as a template. So instead of submitting this as a job or saving it as a job, click on this drop-down button and hit Save as Template. Now it's going to ask you to add a template description so you can easily recognize what this template was created for. So I'm going to give an easy description. So Star CCM template, 48 hours wall time, version 15. So just some quick high level information for me to really understand what this template is all about. So I'm going to hit save. And at this point, you can either just use this template to submit a job, or you can go back to the jobs menu, and you will also see that here in the template menu bar, you can see that there's a new Star CCM plus template that has been created. It gives you some high level information as well on the tool that's used, Star CCM, as well as the core configuration as well. Now for creating a job at a later stage for a Star CCM job that I want to run with these configurations, I don't need to go through the entire step or the entire process of creating a new job. I'll just choose create new job from template, and it's going to carry over all the settings that you previously had. So first I will give it a name. So let me just name it Star CCM plus job. You'll see here that it gives a description from the template that we previously added, and it also gives information on which template this was created from. So at this stage, I'm just going to add the inputs. So I'm going to add a Star CCM input file here for the simulation. And really, because we have configured everything within the template, at this stage, all you need to do is assign it to the project that you typically submit jobs against and hit submit. That's all you need to do. However, let's actually take a walkthrough of this job setup and make sure all the settings have been carried over. So you can see here that the version is carried over. I don't need to worry about the command, since it's going to locate the only input file that ends with .sim extension. The license settings have been carried over. In the hardware settings, you can also see that all my wall time, core count, on demand, everything has been carried over. So really you just need to assign it to the project and you can hit submit at that stage. So now if you go back to the jobs menu, you'll see that there's a new star CCM job that has already been created. You'll also see the same information. You'll see that it has been created from a previous template that you configured. With templates, once you add a lot more templates, you can hit the view all templates button to select which template you want to work with. So here you can see I have a lot of different templates that I created for different tools. And you can also always go in and edit a template at any point of time. So you can hit the edit button, it will take you back to that template and you can make any changes. For example, with this TensorFlow, I'm just going to increase the core count and I'm just going to save, hit the update template button here. So, and finally, the last thing I want to point out is the ability to share templates as well. So for example, say you created this template and you want to share it with a colleague, you have that option as well. You can hit the share button and you can hit, add their information as well as a description of the template that you're sharing. And that will show up on their template menu bar as well, which they can use going further. So with that, that's pretty much the tutorial here. Please give it a shot, give it a try, and let me know if you have any questions or concerns.